Good afternoon from Eau Claire Memorial High School. Zaleski Sports presents Big Rivers Conference Softball. And today, the defending conference champion and sectional champion New Richmond Tigers come to town to take on the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Bradovich, joined by former Memorial coach Dave Sparger and Spargs. The Richmond Tigers off to a good start this year. They're the second-place team in the BRC behind Chippewa Falls, but this is a race that's likely going to go down to the wire in the regular season, and they're a team that certainly has got the elements to make another run for that conference title and then make a postseason run.
Yeah, very strong squad this year. Again, we talked about it, off to a good start this year at 7-3, but they've won 6 of their last 7, and they're averaging about 9 runs a game. So they've really started to put it together down the stretch. And you said it, this conference is kind of up for grabs. There's probably 3 or 4 teams that are going to come right down to the wire to see if they can grab a conference title, and New Richmond's definitely one of them.
These two teams played Tuesday in New Richmond. It was the Tigers coming away with an 11-1 win over the Old Abe's. Sparks, you and I saw the Old Abe's a week or so ago against Rice Lake. And, boy, for 4 innings, the Abe's looked really good. They had their pitcher, Mackenzie Domes, throwing a no-hitter. They built a lead. But as the rains picked up, things just kind of went off track for Eau Claire Memorial. All that being said, you can see the growth in this program and a lot of the individuals that they're moving in the right direction. Well, that's the key. They're moving in the right direction. And, again, it's with a lot of young kids. They've only got 1 senior on this roster, so it's built around the juniors right now. But for them, they're fortunate, and they're getting those freshmen and sophomores some innings this year just to build off of and get better for next year. And, again, you can see the change in the program. Things are looking up. They're getting better. They're much more competitive this year. They're in games. They still have that bugaboo about just one bad inning. Their defense or their throwing errors, whatever it is, just kind of falls apart, and then that'll end up costing them when they have a chance to win a game. So that's just one of the things they're trying to clear up. Right now from Eau Claire Memorial is our national anthem. Eau Claire Memorial's defensive lineup will look like this. In the circle, Mackenzie Domes. Behind the plate, Colby Jevney. Tatum Bremer is at first base. Kiva Sheila is the second baseman. Brianna Berlin playing third. Evelyn Kohler at shortstop. Outfield, left to right, Lindsay Durkop, Abby Strayer, and Twain Weeks. New Richmond Tigers batting order. Leading off, the right fielder, Lauren Raleigh. Batting second, the catcher, Briar Blitz. Shortstop, Caitlin Swanepoel bats third. First baseman, Jordan Von Wald, will bat fourth. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Ginger Ann Lucas. Batting sixth, Gracie Strand, the second baseman. Batting seventh, Adeline Lucas, the center fielder. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Madison Rusar. And pitching, batting ninth, Kendall Fearman for the Tigers. As we mentioned, New Richmond 7-3 overall, 5-2 in Big Rivers Conference play. The Old Abe's 3-8, 2-5 in the BRC. Stepping in to lead off is Lauren Raleigh. right-handed hitter and the right fielder for these New Richmond Tigers. Raleigh, just a freshman. Starting just a bit ahead of schedule. First pitch, 4:56 p.m. And we are underway from Eau Claire Memorial. Cool, cloudy day. The temperature is 56 degrees. Not a whole lot of a breeze today. But Sparks, given all the rain we had earlier today, we'll take this weather right now. Ball and strike to Lauren Raleigh.
Yeah, it really worked out well this afternoon as that rain kind of tapered off about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So definitely a good night for some softball.
There's a strike called, 1-2 now to Raleigh. This is a first-year facility. It's the first year the Abes have called this their home field. And all in all, Sparks, I think they've done a nice job with this. Raleigh hit in the foot, so leadoff runner on for New Richmond on the hit by pitch. Here's Briar Blitz.
Yeah, the facility here, they've done an excellent job putting this together for the Old Abes. What a great home field for them now.
And there's enough of a lip around the outside of the field so the field drains well. And, you know, looking at the field now, you'd never know that we got all the rain that we did earlier today. Briar Blitz puts one down the line, but just foul. 1-1 to Blitz. She is a 3-year starter and a really solid player for these Tigers. Got some pop in the bat. That one in the dirt. Raleigh is running, and she'll get to second with the stolen base.
Yeah, good speed out of Raleigh. You can tell, boy, she had that base stolen.
So an RBI situation now for Blitz. Driven to right. Twain Weeks is there, makes the catch. Runner will tag. Good throw by Weeks, but Raleigh able to advance to third base.
There again, Raleigh showing off the speed. Good base running. Tags up on that fly ball to right. Able to advance to third with just one out.
Here's Caitlin Swanepoel. Left-handed hitter, shortstop for the Tigers, batting in the 3-hole. Hard hit ball. Sheila has it, gets the out at first, but Raleigh able to score and the Tigers grab a 1-0 lead.
That's a nice play, though. And at second, though, that was a hard hit ball. Good job moving her feet to get in front and getting the out. That was the right play if you're playing back. Get that out at first.
2 down here, top of 1, and Jordan Von Wald will reach the second batter hit by Domes in this first inning. And we did not see this out of Domes, at least in the first 4 innings, the last time we had Memorial versus Rice Lake.
Yeah, and if you're the Old Abes, you just can't afford to give these free ones up. Got to keep those kids off the base paths as much as you can.
Ginger Ann Lucas is the batter. Lucas playing third base today for the Tigers. One of the seniors on this roster. And that one to center field, and it drops in for a base hit. Von Wald moves up to second base on the single by Ginger Ann Lucas. That'll bring up Gracie Strand. Strand, the second baseman for New Richmond today.
And she's just a sophomore.
And Mackenzie Domes able to make the grab. But the Tigers score a run. Old Abe's coming to bat. Bottom 1 when we return. You're watching Big River Softball on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we were working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
Defensive lineup for the New Richmond Tigers looks like this. Kendall Fearman in the circle. Briar Blitz is the catcher. Jordan Von Wald over at first. Gracie Strand is the second baseman. Ginger Ann Lucas over at third. Caitlin Swanepoel is the shortstop. Outfield left to right, Madison Rusar, Adeline Lucas, Lauren Raleigh. Batting order for the Old Abes. Lindsay Durkop leads off, plays left field. Batting second, the pitcher, Mackenzie Domes. Evelyn Kohler, the shortstop, bats third, followed by Brianna Berlin. The third baseman, Abby Strayer, bats fifth. Plays center field. Tatum Bremer, the first baseman, bats sixth. Twain Weeks, the right fielder, will bat seventh. Batting eighth, Colby Jevney, the catcher, and batting ninth. Kiva Sheila, the second baseman. Lindsay Durkop, multi-year regular here for these Old Abes, will step in. And bottom of the first is underway.
Yeah, Durkop's really been seeing the ball well lately. She's hitting .472 on the season. Done a really nice job in that leadoff spot.
Durkop takes upstairs there. Count is 2-0. Two balls, one strike to Lindsay Durkop. Outfield, medium deep out there in center. Right fielder Lauren Raleigh is in a few steps. Same story with Madison Rusar out there in left. Durkop takes ball 4. McKenna Domes will bat for the Old Abes. Pitcher with a chance to help her own cause.
McKenna Domes is hitting .250 on the season.
Domes takes a strike.
Not sure if we mentioned this, but Kendall Furman, the pitcher, is just a freshman for the Tigers. The nice thing is she does have a senior catcher to help her.
Little roller down to third. Tigers will make the play at second. Good throw by Ginger Ann Lucas. And they get the lead runner, Lindsay Durkop, by a step.
Well, that really was a nice play. Not hit hard, but she came and got it with a strong throw to second, right on the money to get that lead runner.
So Evelyn Kohler comes to bat. Yeah, good communication that time by the Tigers. Because if you're the third baseman, you're coming in on that ball. You're not really seeing what that runner is doing, but there's a hard hit ball to first. Tatum, or check that. Von Wald makes the play. And here's Brianna Berlin coming to bat with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Berlin's got an opportunity here to tie this up in the first inning with a big 2-out single. Just anything to the outfield should score Domes.
Berlin, one of the juniors on this team. She takes a strike. Hit high in the air. Who's going to get it? Shortstop Swanepoel makes the catch in shallow left. Old Abe's threaten but do not score. One complete. Your score, New Richmond 1, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Whether it is baseball, softball, soccer, or track and field this spring, Shepke Chiropractic has got your back. For all your sports-related injuries, you can rely on Shepke Chiropractic to get you back in the game. Visit them online, shepkechiropractic.com. Adeline Lucas to lead things off for New Richmond, top of 2.
Adeline Lucas, the center fielder here for the Tigers today.
And she's a sophomore. Rip to left, but foul.
Ooh.
Right, Lucas jumped on that pitch.
I guess she hit a rope. That one was just foul.
1-1 pitch. That one misses a little low.
Yeah, Dome trying to come back a little off speed there since she was way ahead of the last one.
Lifted to left center, going back and making the catch, Abby Strayer.
Strayer, nice job out in center field tracking that down. That one was well hit.
Yeah, Lucas gave it a ride, but Strayer tracked it the whole way. Count 1-0 to Madison Roussar. Takes that one upstairs, 2-0. Hearted ball to short, scoop by Kohler, throw across, right on the money. 2 down here, top of 2. And here's the pitcher, Kendall Fearman.
Well, this is what the Old A's have to do. They have to make the plays. And again, the routine plays have just got to be that. They've got to be routine and get those out so they don't hurt themselves. And there's been 2 really nice plays here in the second inning.
Kohler, the shortstop, was wearing the jacket, wearing the pullover in the first inning. Now she's back to the uniform. And that one grabbed by Kiva Sheila. Couple nice defensive plays for the Old A's. They will come to bat. Bottom of the second when we return. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality you can trust. Eau Claire Memorial will send up 5, 6, 7 in their batting order here in the bottom of the second. Abby Strayer, Tatum Bremer, Twain Weeks against freshman right-hander Kendall Fearman of the Tigers.
Number 12, Abby Strayer.
Strayer, who made a nice catch out there in center field in the top half of this inning.
Yeah, and she's one of the 3 freshmen that are starting. You know, when you look at that Old Abe roster, they've got 3 freshmen starting and 2 sophomores. So, again, if you're going to build a program, that's the place to start.
Yeah, and playing some important positions, too. I mean, you got...
Well, yeah, today you got center,
you
second
got
base,
center
and catcher.
field, second base. Yeah,
Yeah.
I tell you.
You are up the middle, and
yeah.
that's where you want to be the strongest.
Yeah.
So some great experience for those young ladies.
Swing and a miss. Nice off-speed pitch by Fearman. Strayer down on strikes.
Oof, you talk about pulling the string right there.
Here's Tatum Bremer, the first baseman. Bremer, a sophomore for the Old Abe's. Well, we see it in so many sports, Sparks, where, you know, teams will be young. If you think of New Richmond baseball. They played freshmen and sophomores a couple years ago, and it took some lumps in conference. But now you watch them as seniors. Lucas knocks it down, throw over in time, and a nice stretch by Von Wald.
Yeah, Von Wald, real good stretch getting out there after that one.
But as the saying goes, there's one way to get experience. And
Yeah.
it's just by doing.
Exactly. And again, you know, important that you bring up New Richmond. We're talking about the young ladies here from the Tigers softball team, but you're right, the boys baseball program, and there as sophomores were all playing and taking their lumps. Now they're seniors, and they're in the Big Rivers Conference race. They're leading it as of last week.
Here's Twain Weeks, the right fielder. Weeks, sophomore for the Old Abe's.
Yeah, just a freshman or sophomore out there in right field, right? Yep, sophomore, and she's hitting .467 on the season.
Yeah, and that's the thing in watching the Old Abe's. Now this is our second game doing the softball webcast, and yeah, these are young players, but they look like they belong.
Yeah.
You watch them, how they play and how they throw and how they, you know, what their approach is like at the plate. These are kids that can play. Check swing. Did she go? No swing.
Yeah, no better way to get comfortable than just getting in there, right? You got to throw them into the fire and just let them play a few games, and then all of a sudden it just becomes second nature, and they're just out there playing softball.
Swing and a miss. Fearman going upstairs on that one. Couple Ks in the inning. We're through 2 complete here at Eau Claire Memorial. New Richmond leads the Old Abe's 1-0. Tigers coming to bat. Top of 3 when we return. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has got you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. Back to the top of the order for the New Richmond Tigers. Lauren Raleigh, Briar Blitz, Caitlin Swanepoel against McKenna Domes. Gave up the first inning run. And that's the only Only run of this softball game. Raleigh reached on a hit by pitch, stole a base, moved up on a sacrifice, and came around to score on a ground out. Tigers playing a little small ball in that first inning. Ball and a strike now to Lauren Raleigh.
Yeah, if you're McKenna Domes, you've got to make her earn her way on base. Can't give her the free one.
Yeah, this top of the order for New Richmond, you look at Raleigh, Blitz, Swanepoel, Von Wald, Lucas. There's some hitters in there.
This is trouble.
To right center. And it's drowned, and look at Raleigh hustling in. Stand-up double.
Yeah.
That's all hustle right there.
Yeah, she was looking at that out of the box. It's the only way you get it to second is if you're coming out of the box anticipating you can get there. And she didn't hesitate. Good basing right there by Raleigh.
Long run for the center fielder, Abby Strayer. Twain Weeks wasn't able to get there, nor was Sheila, the second baseman. Here's Blitz, grounds to short. Kohler over to first for the out. And the runner advances. Look at that slide over there by Lauren Raleigh.
Yeah, slide away from the tag. Good hook slide on that one.
It's a really nice throw from the first baseman, Bremer, back to Brianna Berlin at third base. But Raleigh slid around the tag. Swanepoel puts down the bunt. Rolls foul.
But good execution by the Old Abes, right? You got the ground ball. You make the out at first. You make sure you've got that out, and then you hum it across the diamond, put it right on the money. So you got to take that as that's the right way to do things.
The way Swanepoel handles the bat, you have to be aware of a squeeze. Ball and a strike now is the count. Called strike there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. She keeps it down around the knees.
Two balls, two strikes. Outfield shading in a little bit on Swanepoel. Driven to right and down, and that's going to get all the way to the fence. Swanepoel hustling around
second.
Second.
See if she can go all the way.
And here she comes.
Play it home.
Plate. Out.
Got her. Great relay throw right there.
Tigers being aggressive.
I think that was Taylor Beneke, wasn't it, the shortstop, who ended up corralling that one and making it just a bullet throw to home plate to get the out.
So 2 down here in the third. That brings up Jordan Von Wald. Although you see, New Richmond's going to be aggressive. And they're going to basically say, hey, you're going to have to make a great defensive play. Credit the Abes on that one. Twain Weeks hustled back, picked up that ball, fired it in. They had a really nice relay.
Well,
but if they don't execute it well, Swanepoel scores.
Easily, right. And the nice thing you like to see there is they had that tandem cut, right? You had your second baseman and shortstop there. So that way if it missed the second baseman, the shortstop's there to take that throw, which is what's exactly what happened. Second baseman misses it, shortstop's behind her. She picks it up, guns it home, and they get the out. If they don't execute it like that, that run scores easily.
Yeah, exactly. 3-1 pitch. Von Wald takes a strike. Count is full. Swing and a miss. Domes gets the strikeout. Her first of the game, but the Tigers pick up another run. We move to the bottom of the third inning with the score: New Richmond 2, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You're watching Big River Softball on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Whether you are buying or selling, turn to the Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. They have a pulse on the local real estate market, and they can help you with both existing homes and new builds. They can also assist you through each step of the process, making the home buying and selling process simple, not stressful. That is what you get with Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. 8-9-1 for the Old Abes. Colby Jevney to lead things off against Kendall Fearman.
Jevney, one of those freshmen, and she's playing catcher tonight. She's hitting .412 on the season. Good hack right there.
Yeah, that's showing a lot of trust in a freshman to say, yep, okay, you're our catcher.
Yeah, she's done a really nice job behind the dish tonight receiving, and she's got a strong arm.
Jevney. To left center, tracked down by Adeline Lucas. Jevney hit it well. Well, Lucas and the left fielder, Rusar, were both there. Here's Kiva Sheila. Sheila, another one of the ninth graders in this Old Abe's lineup. Two balls and a strike is the count.
She's doing a nice job staying off that high fastball.
How about this? Freshman in the circle, freshman at the plate. And the count in the hitter's favor here, 3-1.
Ooh, got the high strike call on that one to run to a full count.
Swing and a miss. Fearman went back to that high fastball, strikes out Sheila.
Yeah, tough to lay off that one. You just got the call against you on the high strike, so she was trying to protect the dish and had to go chase.
3 strikeouts for Kendall Fearman. Back to the top of the order, and here's Lindsay Durkop, who walked in the first inning. Want to know the count to Durkop. Abe's trying to get a 2-out rally started here in the bottom half of the third. That one just off the plate. 3-0 now to Durkop. Green light here, Sparks?
No, not right here. This, 2 out, like you said, you want to get somebody on with 2 out, 2 you can do. So I'm going to be saying she's taken here. And she thought it was ball 4, but again, there's that high strike called again. So she'll run that bat back to the batter's box.
Got to have that oops look on her face after she tossed the bat. There's the walk. Dirk up on for a second time via the free pass.
Well, and that's exactly why you're not swinging 3-0, because that was a high strike. She wouldn't have been able to do anything with it anyways. And so she runs it back to a 3-1 count. And again, just a little up she takes, and she draws the walk.
You know, I think there's the difference. You know, you got Dirk up, who's a junior, but she's played a lot in previous seasons. So veteran move, looking at those high pitches, saying, no, I'm not going to go chase those.
We'll see if the Old A's want to try to steal a base here on blitz, which will be tough to do. She is an outstanding catcher.
Domes pops it up. Shortstop Swanapool makes the catch. And the Old A's are retired. We've played 3 complete here at Memorial High School. Your score, New Richmond 2, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You're watching Big River Softball on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Georgianne Lucas to lead things off for the Tigers here in the 4th inning. Lucas to center. Strayer coming on. In and out of the glove. Lucas on her way to second. And for a 3rd time in the last 4 innings, Tigers get their leadoff batter on.
Yeah, Strayer had a long run to get there. It actually got there, but it just popped out of the mitt.
So here's Gracie Strand. Lucas has been on base twice. She singled in the first. Strand popped up to the catcher Domes to end the first. Strand takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Two balls and a strike now to Strand.
Yeah, the Tigers got their leadoff runner on in the first and the third, and both of those times that runner came around to score.
Fouled at the plate. Yeah, important for the Abes, especially after losing 11-1 over at New Richmond on Tuesday. Just to kind of keep this thing manageable. Try to keep it where it's at. You know you're playing one of the top teams in the conference, and in fact, in the entire sectional, that one lifted to left. That's way back and gone. Gracie Strand going deep.
Boy, she dropped the head of the bat down on that one and just golfed it out of here.
Gracie Strand, 2-run homer, and the Tigers take a 4-0 lead. Yeah, Domes tried to challenge her on that 2-2 pitch, and Strand was ready. That'll bring up Adeline Lucas.
Yeah, that was not a bad pitch by Domes. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the hitter. just did a better job of going down and getting it.
One ball, no strikes to Lucas. Make it 2-0. Important for Domes just to kind of wipe the slate clean. Just to, you're not happy with giving up the long ball, but that one lifted to center. Backpedaling, Strayer in and out of the glove. So Lucas on at second. That ball was hit well.
That was, and that's one of the hardest plays to make in center field is a hard shot hit right at you. It's so hard to judge the depth of that. Is it in front of me? It's going over my head. Where's it going? And unfortunately, that time, Strayer just didn't realize it was hitting a little farther than what she was ready for.
Yeah, another step back, she makes that catch.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see her open the hips instead of just backpedaling. Open those hips and turn to the side so she gets a better view of that and a bit easier reach to it.
Ball and 2 strikes. Popped up. Ooh, nearly a collision there between the third baseman, Brianna Berlin, and Colby Jevney, the catcher.
Yeah, you'd like one of them to take charge, and actually you want Berlin, if she can get there, to go ahead and call her off because the third baseman's coming in with that ball.
1-2 pitch, sails high. The runner, Lucas, will advance to third on the wild pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 runs already across this inning. Rusar at the plate doing a good job spoiling pitches. That one didn't miss by much. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, just a little low apparently.
Another foul ball off the bat of Rusar.
Yeah, Rusar's hanging tough. She's fouled off some good pitches.
And she is making Domes work out there. That fastball misses upstairs, and Rusar works the walk. So we got runners at the corners and nobody out.
Rusar definitely earned that walk. It's about a 10-pitch at bat, fouling off some good strikes. Earned herself a free base.
Runner goes, no throw. So the Tigers have runners at second and third, nobody out. 2 runs already across this inning. They lead at 4-0, looking for more. Bouncing ball to third. Berlin knocks it down. No play anywhere.
Yeah, she wanted to go home at first. Her initial reaction was to feel it, try to go home, but unfortunately her eyes came up before she had the ball under control. It got loose, and by the time she was gathering to take it to first, it was too late.
So back to the top of the order now, and Lauren Raleigh. Raleigh has been on twice. Hit by a pitch. Doubled in the third. Both times she scored. Coming up in an RBI situation here. Keep an eye on Rusar over there at first. Chances are she's going to go. And she is. She'll get second without a throw.
That Doulette's a pinch runner there, Brad. If we got a number on her. Might be Haley Jackson. I think that's 10.
That one down the line, but foul. Yep, you're right, Sparks. Eagle eye. Haley Jackson is the runner. Now at second base, running for the pitcher Fearman. (0-2) pitch coming now to Raleigh, and she fights that one off. That one didn't quite make the tennis courts. Unlike the last time we were here a week ago, there's actually matches going on the tennis courts. So. Bouncing ball up the middle. Kohler knocks it down, but a run will score.
I was curious to see if they were going to call maybe some interference right there, but apparently the runner was able to avoid any contact right there. Because if that runner makes contact with the infielder there, can call that an out, but was able to avoid it, and the throw was late.
Now here's Breyer blitz. Shows bunt, pulls back. Again, Tigers being aggressive on the base paths. Raleigh moves to second.
Well, we talked in the pregame about Memorial trying to avoid the big innings defensively. Unfortunately, they're falling into one of those scenarios right now. Nobody out still, and they've already given up 4 runs with 2 runners on.
Yeah, Lucas had the double. Other than that, walk and a couple errors.
Couple errors, yeah.
Blitz takes just a bit inside. Domes wanted that pitch.
She wanted that one, yeah. I could tell by her reaction. And that would have rung her up, too. That would have been a strikeout.
Yeah, and against arguably the best hitter in this new Richmond lineup. Swing and a miss. It's blitz on strikes.
Yeah, it came with the high gas.
Big strikeout for McKenna Domes. Here's Caitlin Swanepoel. Swanepoel rips that one, but foul. Swanepoel takes a strike. Nice pitch by Domes. Put that one right on the outside corner. One and two now, the count to Swanepoel. Check that. Yeah, it's Swanepoel. Swanepoel, the 8th Tiger to come to bat in this 4th inning. 4 runs across, runner to second and third, 1 out. Swanepoel to the gap. That one off the base of the fence. 1 run is in. The trail runner, Raleigh, will score as well. 2-run double, Caitlin Swanepoel.
Tigers keep it rolling. Like you said, though, you got the meat of that order with Blitz, Swanepoel, and Von Wald. You got to get people out ahead of them. You don't want them up there to hit and driving in runs, which is what they've done today.
Here's Von Wald with the speedy Swanepoel on second, batting with 1 out. This New Richmond team, they can swing the bat.
Yeah, the Memorial coaches mentioned that coming into tonight's game, is that they were really impressive on Tuesday with the way they swung it. But again, you go back and look at some of their scores through the season. They've put up a lot of games with 13, 14 runs.
Yeah, this is a program. It's been on the rise these last 3-4 years. Broke through last year, won a conference title, won a sectional title. Had a heartbreaker down in the state tournament, but they are definitely going in the right direction. It seems to be a trend today, Sparks. New Richmond hitters just fouling off pitches, making domes work.
That's a good call right there, yeah. Anything that's even close to the zone, they're just fouling it off. Good change of speed.
Von Wall down on strikes, so 2 Ks this inning for Domes, 3 in the game, and now here's Ginger Ann Lucas batting for the second time this inning. Moving up to third is Swanepoel. Another nice pitch from Domes, 0-2. Just missing outside.
Domes has really done a nice job when she's gotten 2 strikes. I need her to try to just wiggle on that outside part of the plate. She just hasn't gotten the call.
High in the air. Yeah, that one's going to clear the fence. Count remains 1-2 with 2 outs. Runner at third is Caitlin Swanepoel.
Another change of speeds right there. Way out early. Fortunately, there's no match on that court.
Not on that court, no. Yep. I think they're over on the other side, so. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 6 runs across this inning. 8-0 New Richmond. Popped up.
Ooh, almost a fair ball.
Yeah. If she touches that one in fair territory, it's a live ball.
Yeah, Jim did a great job coming out from behind the plate there to try to get to it. And like you said, she laid out. I almost thought she touched that in fair territory.
Lucas, a little roller, but foul.
Really a long inning here for McKenna Domes. She's really had to battle through these runs to throw a lot of pitches.
And there's a walk to Lucas. Lucas has yet to be retired in this ball game. Here's Gracie Strand. She had the 2-run homer earlier this inning.
Straight steal.
And again, Lucas, like all of her predecessors, gets to second base without a throw.
Yeah, with Gracie Strand at the plate here, I might have actually tried to get that out at second on the steal just to not have to face the home run hitter. But
Strand pops it up.
They got it.
And Evelyn Kohler makes the catch. But a big inning for the Tigers as they score 6 times. Old Abe's coming to bat, bottom 4, trailing New Richmond 8-0. You're watching Big River Softball on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
Don't backpedal. Don't backpedal.
HS Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They've been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the past 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewi.com. To cover your church, call the Dahlman Insurance Agency for a coverage analysis. Dahlman Insurance covers churches in Wisconsin with Hastings Insurance Company online at DahlmanInsurance.com. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rate, stay for the service. 3-4-5 coming to bat for the Old Abes. Evelyn Kohler to lead things off against Kendall Fearman. Starts her off with the strike. The freshman Fearman has been very impressive so far today, Sparks.
Yeah, just 2 over the minimum here through 4. In fact, they were both walks to the leadoff batter, Durkoff. The only 2 that have reached.
Two balls and a strike to Kohler. Driven to right. Coming on to make the catch, Lauren Raleigh.
Just a shot, Kohler. Hardest hit ball of the day for the Old Abes.
Here's Brianna Berlin. It was 0 for 1. Yeah, Kohler hit that one well. But Raleigh was right there, came in a couple steps, made the grab. Berlin couldn't catch up with that fastball, 0-1.
Good cut out of Berlin. Now she finds herself in an 0-2 hole, though. Ooh, good pitch, just off the edge. Berlin does not offer.
Swing and a miss. Berlin down on strikes. That's the 4th strikeout for Kendall Fearman. Here's Abby Strayer, who was the first Old Abes to strike out against Fearman, that coming in the 2nd inning. Strayer takes a strike. Strayer down on the count. It's 0-2.
Yeah, Furman again ahead in the count. Done a nice job of that today.
Swing and a miss. Old Abe's retired in order. Bottom half of the 4th. 4 complete here at Eau Claire Memorial High School. Your score, Tigers 8, Old Abe 0. You're watching Big Rivers Conference Softball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Adeline Lucas leading off the fifth with a solid base hit to left.
Yeah, didn't mess around. First pitch, just hammers it to left field.
And the hit parade continues for the Tigers. Security Financial Bank, SFB, whether you are starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college, SFB has the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
I think we've got a pinch hitter.
We
here,
do,
Brad.
Sparks. Whitney Wolf.
Yeah, Whitney Wolf now in.
Wolf takes a ball. It's 1-1. Popped straight up. Jevney, the catcher, makes the grab.
Good catch right there. Catcher getting her mask off, finding the softball, and makes the play.
And did not step on the bat either.
That was
key.
there, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the pitcher, Kendall Fearman. Reached base last time. Runner Lucas bluffing the steal. Fearman takes just a little bit low, ball 2. That one missing outside, 3-0 to Fearman. And got the leadoff hitter, Lauren Raleigh, standing in the on-deck circle. Domes delivers a strike, 3-1. Yeah, this Tigers team, the way they hit the ball, you don't want to issue any free passes. That one catches the strike zone, 3-2.
Yeah, Dome's doing her best now to get back into the count. Like you said, it's a full count now.
That one in the dirt. So Fearman will reach. Lucas advances to second. Back to the top of the order now. Lauren Raleigh, who's been on base all 3 times. Hit by a pitch in the first. Doubled in the third. Reached on an error in the fourth. Came around to score all 3 times. That one gets away from the catcher, Jevney, and the runners will move up.
Haley Jackson again is the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Fearman, at second.
And that's going to drop for a hit. Lucas scores. So does the courtesy runner, Haley Jackson. Lauren Raleigh able to get to second. So a couple of RBI for Raleigh. It's a 10-0 game, and here's Briar Blitz. She laces one, but foul. There's one down here in this 5th inning. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service.
Well, New Richmond's sitting on that 10-run rule right now. So the Old A's would like to stop the momentum here and at least get a chance to get in and hit again and try to collect a couple of runs.
Yeah, New Richmond, a single run in the first, single run in the third, and then that big inning. That one ripped.
Blast.
To the gap in right center all the way to the fence. Blitz on her way to second with the double. Raleigh will score. 11-0 Tigers. Here's Caitlin Swanepoel. First hit of the day for Blitz. That one gets away from Jevney, and Blitz able to move up. Down the line and left. Really long run for Durkop. Couldn't quite corral it. Ball on a strike to Swanepoel. That one just off the plate. Bouncing ball, and that gets through. RBI base hit, Caitlin Swanepoel. Blitz will score. 12-0 New Richmond. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here as Emily Ward will bat for Jordan Von Wald.
Yeah, Emily Ward's a junior. And she'll probably come in and play first base, as she's listed as a first baseman on the roster. And that's what Von Wald was playing.
Well, that's the advantage for New Richmond head coach Lindsey Knutson is, all right, you stretch this lead. Now you can get some of those other players some game time.
Yeah, they've got a deep roster, and that's the difference, too. You talk about the Old A's. They're shooting 9 today, and that's it. That's all they've got. They've got no extras on the bench. So, you know, again, the Tigers have got the advantage of having those extra courtesy runners, pinch hitters to work with off the bench.
Swing and a miss. Runner goes. And it's a straight steal, a second by Swanepoel. Ward down on strikes. 2 down here in the 5th. And we're going to get a courtesy runner. Nola Nerby. Here's Ginger Ann Lucas. Been on base all 3 times.
Yes.
Single, reached on an error, and walked. Hot shot. That gets through. So Nerby moves up to third. Here's Gracie Strand.
Old Abe's just looking for that final out here in the 5th inning.
And that one hits second base. A run will score.
It's kind of how the day's gone now for the Old Abe's these last couple innings. Even that one was a great pitch. Sawed her off, and it just bloops and lands right on second base where nobody can get to it and drives in another run.
So again, runners at the corners.
And Haley Jackson's getting an opportunity to hit now instead of doing all the courtesy run.
Again, this is the second time in the last 3 innings the Tigers have battered around.
Yeah, Coach Knutson doing a really nice job here with the Tigers. She could have probably sent a couple of more kids to add to the score, but she's held them up at third, realizing, it's already 12-0, 13-0. So she's kind of held them up, and it's, again, allowed other kids to come in now to get an opportunity to get some swings.
Ball and a strike. Yeah, one missing upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls, 2 strikes now the count to Haley Jackson. And there's strike 3 called. However, the Tigers put up 5 runs. They lead this one by a score of 13-0. Old Abe's will need some runs to keep this game going. They're coming to bat, bottom 5. When we return, you're watching Big River Softball on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office, and they take most insurances at Bruce Orthodontics. They are changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. Old Abe's will send up 6, 7, 8 in their batting order. Here's Tatum Bremer. How about this, Sparks? The sun has peaked out.
For now, yeah.
Yeah, after a day of on and off rain. There might be more coming. Not checked the radar in a while.
Tatum Brenner grounded out to third last time. 5-3 put out.
Yeah, this is the second time through the order, and Fairman has been very efficient out there in the circle. Hard hit ball, base hit. First hit of the game for the Old Abe's.
I was just going to say, Brado, what's that break up?
Well, that breaks up the no-no.
Yeah, she was perfect through 4. Had the no-no going, and all of a sudden Bremer just rockets went up the middle for the base hit.
Here's Twain Weeks. Got the corner infielders in. Middle infielders playing at double play depth. Weeks down on the count, 1-2. Abe's will need to score 4 times in this half of the inning to get this thing to the 6th. High in the air to center, Adeline Lucas making the catch. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Colby Jevney. With that, the right fielder, Lauren Raleigh, is going to say, hey,
I
Coach,
need a visor at the
can
sign.
you get me a visor?
Worried about rain to start the game, and then all of a sudden the sun's coming out, and they've got to adjust with some visors out there in the outfield.
Yeah, in the springtime, you got to be ready for just about anything in terms of weather.
Furman, good job with that changeup right there.
Hard hit ball. Glove by Swanepoel to second for 1. Relay, not in time.
Good looking turn over there over that double play, just not quick enough. But a good looking turn.
Here's Kiva Sheila coming to bat for the Abes. Trying to keep this game going. Sheila takes a strike. Lifted in the air. Long run. Caught by Adeline Lucas. Nice running catch by Lucas. And that'll do it. New Richmond, really impressive in a 13-0 5-inning win over Eau Claire Memorial. Kendall Fearman, the freshman, really impressive in the circle today. Very efficient, mixed her pitches, can bring the fastball when she needs to, but she was around the plate, and she was tough. She made it really difficult on these Abes hitters.
Absolutely. Again, like you said, she was around the plate. She only had the 2 walks today. She had 5 strikeouts. So she had the Old Abes putting it in play, and defense was sound. They didn't make any errors behind her, kept the Old Abes off the bases, and she gets the shutout.
The entire lineup for the Tigers hit the ball well.
Yeah, take your pick on that one, huh?
But I go back to that 2-run homer by Gracie Strand in the 4th. Is that I think just got everything going for the Tigers, and I tell you, this was an impressive performance today.
Yeah, you're right. It was a 2-0 game at that time, and then all of a sudden Gracie comes up and just hits that 2-run bomb, and then they just took off from there. The bats just woke up, and everybody was hitting after that.
So this one is a final. 13-0 in 5 is your score. New Richmond, with the win, improves to 8-3 overall, 6-2 in the Big Rivers Conference. The Old Abes drop to 3-9, 2-6. Disappointing loss for the Abe Sparks, but again, I mean, we've seen them now in the last couple of weeks. This is a program I think is going in the right direction.
Absolutely. Again, they made some really nice plays today. We talked about how young they are. They had 3 freshmen starting, 2 sophomores. So, again, they're starting to make plays. They're trying to put the bat on the ball. They didn't strike out today much at all. Again, you just got to tip your hat to New Richmond. The Richmond Tigers are for real. That is a very, very good softball team. Again, they're competing for the top spot in the BRC, and they showed it today.
Coming up next is our post-game show, brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you have any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on prompt, proper diagnosis and a customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athletes in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. That is coming up next. You've been watching Big Rivers Conference softball on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Hi, I'm Josh Sparks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted local affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
For your DC soccer.
Oh, okay.
I've seen her play. Quite a bit. Yeah, she's playing well. She's playing really well. Playing really well. All right, welcome back to Eau Claire Memorial High School, New Richmond, with the big Richmond with Eau Claire Memorial, 13-0. Ken Fairman, Gracie Strand. Gracie, let's start with you. So many hits in the lineup today, but you had that 2-run homer. Walk me through that at bat.
I went up to bat thinking I'm going to say yes, 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 and if I like that pitch, I'm finishing out with that yes, and if I don't like it, then I'm going to see it and know what I'm going to do next. I went into it wanting just a base hit. I mean, we were going good with our hits, so I was like, let's just keep it going. That's all I need to do, and our energy will stay high. And then I got that homer, didn't think it would go over, so I go, and I was like, okay, here we go. Yeah, that was a good hit.
With a team like yours, everybody is capable of hitting it. It's got to be nice. It's got to be thinking, okay, pressure's not all on me. I got 8 other players that get the job done too.
Oh, 100%. I trust my lineup. I trust all the time. I know anybody is capable of doing anything, and I trust anybody who's in that box because I know that they are there for a reason, and I know that they can. If they put their mind to it and we bring our energy, they can do it.
Yeah, Fairman, you're the beneficiary of a lot of that run support. You threw a one-hitter today. Did you know you had a no-hitter going there?
No, I went into the circle just looking for outlets, looking for my defense to back me up, and my defense did back me up.
When you have a team that's capable of scoring, how much pressure does that take off of a pitcher? Knowing you don't have to be perfect, you don't have to strike everybody out. You just go there, throw strikes, and you got fielders behind you.
Yeah, it takes a lot of pressure off of me as a pitcher. You know, you have those cushion runs, so if you do end up messing up, that's that.
You guys had an outstanding season last year, conference champions, sectional champions. What's the mindset this year? Last year, new team, different, a couple new players coming in. But what's the upside for this?
Yeah, like I said before, just have a defense that's backing you up, keep the energy going, and just get hits.
All right. So you guys are in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. I'm going to hand you the microphone. As soon as you get the thumbs up, you get the thumbs up.
I'm Kendall Furman. I'm Casey Strand. And we're in the house. Thank you so much.
Richmond. We'll see you down the road. So that's going to do it for our webcast today. We'll be back in action with our Eau Claire crew next week. Keep an eye on the Zaleski Sports website as well as social media to find out exactly when and where we will be. Things getting interesting in the spring season in the Big Rivers Conference. I'm Bob Bradovich for all of our crew and color commentator Dave Sparger. See you later. Good afternoon from Eau Claire Memorial High School.